Jon Stewart says police are basically a border patrol between two Americas who exist to perpetuate segregation. The police are, in some respects, a border patrol, and they patrol the border between the two Americas. We have that so that the rest of us don't have to deal with it. Then that situation erupts, and we express our shock and indignation, Stewart said. Damn, that's good. Thank you, Jon Stewart. I can't blame Jon for tapping out when he did, but I really miss him. Jon Stewart is the man. He's the reason I went from moderately conservative to quite left. This guy tells it like it is genuine and kind, and seems to always be working for the greater good. I still don't know why he didn't go into politics. We use the police as surrogates to quarantine these racial and economic inequalities so that we don't have to deal with them. I've read a lot of history books in my life, but I don't think I've ever seen the role of the police described so well. It's nothing new in American history. The police, and the FBI and the National Guard, have legitimate public safety roles, but they've too often been used to catch slaves, break up strikes and attack political activists who are challenging the current order. Literally, in some cases. In my city, there are more affluent suburbs to the south of the main city, which is predominantly minority. There is always, a police presence from the suburban police department along that border. We've joked about it, but it's not really a joking matter. They're there to intimidate and harass. Even though all of the shopping is done in the suburb, the city itself is a food and retail desert. Gross. When slavery was abolished, the bare minimum was given to those freed. Ever since that day, anyone of color has been given the bare minimum of improvement over any outrage invoked by a racist, unjust action. When slaves were free, black codes became law, and segregation was mandatory. After racism was slowly being fought back since then, racism in power has only been quieter in their actions. Jim Crow laws went from actual law, to being a mindset of these abusive police officers. Instead of pro-slavery law, have the law be anti-black. Slavery is still legal in the US for those held in prison. Edit, remember that for-profit prisons are a thing in the US, and if you control one, you can be a modern-day plantation owner. I wish he would do a podcast. He could talk about he and his wife's farm sanctuary, the state of the world, his favorite books and movies, anything really. He's got great perspective on life. This is the best TLDR I could make, original, https://www. Business Insider. com/Jon Stewart. Police are a border patrol who perpetuate segregation. 2020-6, reduced by 80%. I'm a bot. In one of the few interviews he's granted since stepping down as host of The Daily Show 5 years ago, Jon Stewart touched on everything from racism and police brutality to the 2020 election and the state of the news media. We continue to make this about the police, the how of it. How can they police? Is it about sensitivity and de-escalation training and community policing? All that can make for a less egregious relationship between the police and people of color. But the how isn't as important as the why, which we never address, Stewart added. The police are, in some respects, a border patrol, and they patrol the border between the two Americas. We have that so that the rest of us don't have to deal with it. Then that situation erupts, and we express our shock and indignation, Stewart said. Extended summary, http://np. Reddit. com/r/auditldr/comment/Jon_Stewart_basically_a_border/FAQ, http://np. Reddit. com/r/auditldr/comments/31b9fm/FAQ_auditldr_bot/version 2. 02-497609TL, DRS so far. Feedback, http://np. Reddit. com/message/compose, to equals %23 audited PMs and comments are monitored, constructive feedback is welcome. Top keywords, Stewart #1 police #2 people #3 how #4 Floyd #5. It's a damn shame he left right as Trump was popping in that summer. I think he could have been a strong voice to at least, maybe not entirely stop, prevent some of the madness that followed. As someone who witnessed segregation in the 60s, I wholeheartedly agree with Jon Stewart's observations. Unless you have witnessed white-only drinking fountains and restrooms, or seating in the back of the bus, you cannot fully grasp how it is still going on. Now it takes a different, less obvious, form. Congress may have passed the Civil Rights Act, but they did nothing to ensure equal access to education and financial health for the black communities. Goddamn, he's much more articulate than I remember. Come back, bro. We've needed you for years. The actual interview this article scraped a bit of to get clicks, https://www. New York Times. com/interactive/2020/06/15/magazine/Jon Stewart interview. HTML, SMTYP = Kerr and Smith = TW New York Times. That proxy war between rich and poor. Well said, but I don't think the two Americas are whites and non-whites. The two Americas are the have and the have-nots, and they have convinced white Americans that they are all a part of the haves. This is why white America will vote against things like universal health care even if it is for their own self-interest. As long as everyday whites are fighting with everyday blacks and the real haves are using the police to keep everyone in their place, we won't get smart about the trillions of dollars they are stealing from us all. I miss Jon Stewart not being in my life on a daily basis. His voice speaking out about this presidency would be amazing. Stewart 2024, this man is brilliant. His insights are sharp as a diamond, and he cuts through the fog and drops an observation that lands like one of Elon Musk's rockets, impressively large, but just so perfectly that you're lost for words. Thousands of articles, millions of minutes and thousands of pontifications later, no other newspaper or talk show has arrived at this scintillatingly astute observation: the police are, in some respects, a border patrol, and they patrol the border between the two Americas. We have that so that the rest of us don't have to deal with it. Then that situation erupts, and we express our shock and indignation. Read that again. If that doesn't sound like the dart hitting the red center of the board, then you're not paying attention. I live in Philly, and in different parts of town there's a section for each ethnicity. I have always thought this is not proper American behavior. The Chinese are the only people that make this fun with Chinatown, but all the rest, it's just fear and prejudice. I live in a Russian Jewish section and I'm not either of those things. It's weird going to the supermarket and people look at me because I'm clearly not Russian or Jewish because I have different ethnic features. I'm not mean looks or anything, but it's like I have been transported to a different country, and it's walking distance from my place. My apartment building has mostly people from Africa, and how does that happen? I work in an all-black neighborhood, and that is radically different from the Russian section I live in. I makes for unique experiences, but for real all of this is wrong and needs to be broken up. There should be no black community or any of that. There needs to be incentives to have people move into different parts of town to break all of these groups up and get people living together. I really like this Jon Stewart guy. If only he had some sort of forum, an outlet, perhaps a TV show of some sort where he could make his views known. Perhaps, Everyday would be nice. A daily show, if you will. Jon said this in a NYT article from today. Why not link that one? Why link an article summarizing another article? We'll always respect this man for what he did for the heroes on Ground Zero during 9/11. God, I love this guy, so fucking eloquent. Hopefully I can age as well as him. Stewart said the police were a reflection of American society, not some rogue alien organization that came down to torment the black community. Oof. Man.